All right, this video is going to be kind of quick. It's just a recap of today. As you can see, I have been trading so much. A lot of trades today. Um, and I'll kind of show you what's this right here. So you can see I've taken about 20 trades today, and that's really like all of the ones I've taken. 17 trades, three winning trades, three losses. My losses are about 11.50, only about $20. So done really good as far as managing the trades. However, nothing feels satisfying today. Like I felt like I was in a position to make $150 on one trade instead of 17. So I've accumulated about $20 in trade fees, and and I just it's one of those things I've got to cut it off and walk away and get busy doing something else, because it's not that I'm trading bad. It's just that every time I take a trade, it comes back and hits my stop after I've made a little bit on that trade. And that's the reason why I kept trading here and there. It wasn't that I was taking bad trades. I was just not hanging on to the trades long enough, or it was coming back and clipping me out just over break even. Then it would kind of run to the spot. I was never really wrong in my trade. I was just, I don't know, I guess afraid to lose the trade, like more concerned with holding on to what profit was there. So let's go back out and show you what I'm talking about. As you can see, right here is the first trades. I didn't trade open. All right, we got to about 9 o'clock. I saw this starting to open up right here. I really liked the way this was setting up, so I started building a position. It pulled back against me. Worked, pretty good amount. I was probably down about $350 at this point. Did not feel my line in the sand was really a close below this. If it had to drop down and then work its way back up, I was willing to hang on to it. I've got a pretty good amount of room to play with, so I was okay with losing a little bit. If I was wrong, it was going to break here, and then I was wrong. The fact that I entered kind of high, I was okay with holding that drawdown. Not saying that that's like the best way to trade, obviously, but anyways, built my position here. Once it got up, it broke this trend line. I bought another one. So I was in one, two, three, four contracts on two different accounts. So eight total contracts. It pops all the way up. I got out of a few contracts right in here, and then another few contracts. I think two contracts here, and then stopped out here. Um, so it came back up. I bought back in. I was very upset. I was very frustrated with that trade because it was only like $35 per account. So I was a little disappointed in that trade. Therefore, I jumped back in when it made the move back up. I was really frustrated. And then I got into contracts and then ended up selling both of them right there on that move, because again, I knew that this was not a good trade. That's the reason why I went ahead and just cut it for a small win. It hit a small target here and then came back and stopped me out. So it got over here. I ended up buying, and buying. It pops up. I sell here. It comes back and stops me out. I thought we were going to push higher. I thought obviously this is what we were going to end up doing. I thought we were going to push higher, so I was anticipating that punch. Didn't happen. I took a sell trade here and then immediately sold it. Took five contracts here per account, held on to it to there. It came back, stopped me out. So again, frustration, I guess, with those first few trades. Felt like I was in the right direction, just not at the right time, and that it was really, really choppy. So I mean, all in all, not very good trading, but not horrible trading. I mean, clearly they were wins, but they could have been, I guess, managed a little better. After these trades here, I kind of walked away from it for a few minutes. Obviously, it started to break down. I pulled this trend line out. It started to break this trend line. This was kind of the line in which I was looking to take profit. Once we got here, I sold. It popped up against me. I was going to cut it if it closed. If it closed higher than this candle, I would have cut it just like I cut this one, right? And then it didn't. It started to come back down. I went ahead and sold it again. When it started making this move down, I was like, yeah, we're probably going to break down a little bit, get a little pullback into it. So I sold again, two contracts, and then I sold all of them at the 10-point mark. So this contract was at 32.25. This contract was at It'll let me show you. Let me make it bigger. This contract was at 34.75, and then I took them all at 23.50, which was the average of the 10 points. The average of both of them at 10 points, and that's what I took it at. We drop down here, we get this nice hammer candle and a nice engineered liquidity right in here. I started seeing that, and I was like, I was pretty happy with this. Like I was up to about 140 something dollar, 142. So it was a good day. Grinded out a pretty good amount. And then it got down here and started making this move, and we broke above this line that I had. I was like, this is pretty good. I think I'm gonna try it. So I went ahead and bought two contracts here. We popped, and I had both of them to sell at 10 points. So as you can see, I'm in at 21.25 and 21.50. And then I had these to sell at 31.25. I'm sorry, 31.50. And as you can see, no, 31.25. And as you can see, the high of this candle right here is 31 even. So it missed me by a tick and it started to pull back. And then this candle just kind of hung out. And I was like, this could easily roll over and we could find some deeper, a move that goes deeper. And I'm not willing to give back what I won. So I ended up cutting the trade right there at 25. So 4 points basically on that last. I made about $14 per account on it. And I was just like, you know what? I'm pushing my limits now with making money. Like it's going to take, I mean, one big loss of $100, and then I'm probably on tilt, and I'm trying to make back what I should have kept. So I'm walking away today. It's Friday. And it's been a good week, a weird week, but a good week. I finished with one account at the 25,371. This is the account that I closed out with a huge loss on, I think, Wednesday. And then and this account is up 26,161, and this is the account that I accidentally didn't close out and ended up having about an $800 win. So anyways, I am letting it go and I'm done for the weekend. If you're asking what these lines are, this red and blue line, that's the blue line is the 8 exponential moving average, and the red line is the 21 exponential moving average. I didn't quite use them today. I've used them in the past, but on higher time frames. I normally do not use them on lower time frames. I know a couple of these trades look like they coincide with it, but this is not what I was using. I was actually looking at the higher time frames with these with this with these moving averages, and basically just seeing the cross right there at open, and thought that, hey, it's going to be a bullish day. Or at least this is going to be a bullish morning. So I was looking for longs throughout this area, and that's the reason why most of the trades I took today were longs, except for that one that pulled back, broke down past that trend line. So that's what those two lines are. I like looking at them on the 15-minute and the 1 hour, 8 and 21. I like looking at them there because I just feel like they give you a pretty good sense of the direction of the market, the momentum of the market. And if, depending on where they cross. So it's a pretty good little deal. I was switching back and forth between that and my trading view. As you can see, trading view at market open right here, got to the VWAP. I had a trend line situated there, and then it come back to the VWAP and then took off from there. So that's what happened basically this morning. Everything was looking pretty strong. So again, I took probably way too many trades. 20 trades is a lot. I don't want to trade 20 times. I would like to make that 150 on one trade. And that's the thing. I'm satisfied with the amount. I'm not satisfied with how I got it. And that's the reason why I've got to cut it off and walk away. So again, it's Friday. I'm up in both accounts for the week, fortunately. And I'm going to just continue to grind these things out. With Apex, you have to trade for 8 days consecutively. You have to adhere by the 30% rule. And I'm pretty sure that I'm not, especially on that one account. So it'll probably be stretched out further than 8 days. This is day 4 of this account. So again, I bought the lifetime on these. I'm going to try to grind out about $100 a day every time I trade on it, if I can, and then, move on from there and just pull out, small amounts, but I'll get to the payouts when I get to the payouts. So anyways, I hope y'all have a great weekend. I appreciate y'all watching. Like, subscribe, throw a comment down in there. I would love to have conversations with those of you that are watching. And then, I'll see you on the next one.